Hello, everybody, and welcome back to 50 Shades of Tay. I'm Taylor Gonzalez, and today I am joined by one of the stars of the upcoming body horror film, Kill Your Lover. I have Paige Gilmour here with me, who plays the punk rocker Dakota in the film. Paige, how are you doing today?
I am great, thank you. How are you?
Good, thank you. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate this, and I am so looking forward to the release of your film.
Thank you for having me. We're all very excited.
It is so close. It's just about a week away from releasing. And as I was speaking with Shane, who's your co-star yesterday, he mentioned you guys filmed this about a year and a half ago. So how does it feel to finally have this film out and available for everyone to see?
Yeah, I mean, it feels like we filmed it so long ago now. Obviously, we've taken it to a couple of film festivals and things like that, which has been amazing. But to know that it's going to be now released out into the world is very exciting. Very, very exciting.
I am so excited for you guys. Do you have any plans for how you're going to celebrate or what you're going to do once it's available?
Definitely going to get some celebration plans in place. I'm currently moving house, so life is crazy. It's just so typical. Everything happens all at once, but we'll definitely get something together, get everyone together and celebrate and hopefully get it watched.
Yeah, I cannot wait. Just days away at this point. So for people who haven't already watched my interviews with Shane and with Alex and Kier, who are the directing team behind the film, do you mind just
Yeah,
telling people a little bit about how you got involved with this project?
sure. So I had actually met Keir a few months before the filming kind of started. I met him doing a modeling shoot. And when I was doing the modeling shoot with him, I mentioned that I was also an actor. And he had told me about this film, and I thought it sounded great at the time. And then he actually reached out to me and asked if I wanted to audition, which was kind of a surprise actually, a really nice really nice surprise. I read the script, I loved the script. I had this moment where I was like, wow, this role is like, it's a lot, there's a lot that goes on this film. It's not an easy role to play, but I just thought, I've just got to give this a go. I've got to audition and see what happens. I wouldn't want to turn such a fab opportunity down, so I did, and then got the part.
Oh, very exciting. And I am so
Yeah,
glad you got the part because I haven't seen the movie yet, but I've seen the trailer. And just
yeah.
from the little glimpses I've seen, you look incredible in this film. And I was just instantly hooked the second I saw it. I was like, okay, I got to reach out, got to do some interviews. And I love indie horror, love supporting the genre. And this film is just, I don't know, there's something I can tell very special about it. And just from speaking with the creative team already behind it, uh, everyone involved is so nice and
Ah,
and very excited for you guys.
thank you so much. Yeah, we had just such a fun time from start to finish. Everyone was amazing. So I'll be waiting to hear your thoughts once you've watched it.
Oh, I can't wait. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Without giving too much away, do you
Yeah,
mind speaking about your character a little bit and Dakota and what she is all about?
Dakota is she's pretty wild. She's pretty wild. She's pretty carefree. Certainly when you first meet her, she's in this band, she's so cool, she really, lives her life to the fullest. She's looking for those thrills, she's definitely a thrill seeker. And then, we kind of see that change through the film as she partners up and settles down a little bit, but that kind of wild side definitely comes back out again. So you'll see what I mean when you watch the film.
Well, Dakota is in a punk rock band, and I was
She,
wondering what some of your favorite bands are.
oh gosh, I don't know. I wouldn't even know where to start with that. Definitely when I got the part, I was like, I'm gonna have to do some real research into some punk rock bands because it's not necessarily the type of music that I would normally listen to. So I went away and I did loads of research and I actually ended up putting together like a playlist of
Ooh.
loads of bands and songs and stuff that I thought she would enjoy. And I ended up enjoying it more more than I expected. I was like listening to it when I was learning my lines and everything. It was such a fun experience to like immerse myself in that world a little bit. But if you ask me to remember the names now, it was so long ago. I definitely can't remember. I'd have to dig out the playlist.
Oh, that's a really cool idea though, that you had a playlist to help you get in the mindset of the character. And I
Yeah,
love it too whenever like someone recommends a genre or a type of music to me that isn't necessarily my thing, but then I give it a chance anyways. 9 times out of 10, I end up enjoying it more than I thought I
yeah,
would.
yeah, definitely. And it kind of stayed with me throughout. So the kind of learning of the lines and getting the character. But then when I was on set as well, I'd plug myself in and just get myself into that place with that music. It was really, really helpful.
Oh, that's great. So I spoke with Shane yesterday, who is the co-star in this film with you, and he is, first of all, so nice. So
Yeah.
my question is, how does that affect when you have to have this like anger towards him and you guys have to fight each other? When it's such a nice person, does that help or does that make it harder?
Do you know what? I think it helps. I think it helps that we had a really great friendship. We spent a lot of time together on set, and also beforehand we spent a lot of time doing kind of this because Shane's based in Ireland and I'm based in London. So we did a lot of video calls. And it just meant that when it got to the hard stuff, you felt safe. You felt safe to be able to really let go and really just go for what you needed to go for. And actually, when you're doing kind of like the hard stuff and the fighting and the being angry, knowing that they are nice and understanding kind of helps, I think.
Yeah, no, I think that is a great answer. And I just can't wait to see the chemistry between you two. And one of the things we also talked about was the transformation process, because it's teased in the trailer, there's the veins and it turns into like a monstrous transformation. Can you
Yeah.
talk a little bit about that process?
The process of actually getting
Like
it
the
ready.
veins and and the prosthetics and everything.
Many hours in the makeup chair. Yeah, some early starts for sure. I mean, Shane definitely had it worse off than I did. So mine wasn't quite as intense. But we were also really lucky that our SFX and our makeup artist, she was amazing. Rebecca, she's just so, so good. But it was a real transformation, and it was lots of hours spent uh, very close with not very many clothes on, getting ourselves ready for those bits. But it's so fun to watch it happen in front of you,
Hmm.
to watch someone work away and make that become a reality every morning is just really cool.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait to see it on screen as it unfolds.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite day on set, like a favorite memory from filming?
Do you know what? Do I have a favorite day? I mean, every day was just so fun. I loved it. Probably the bits where it got quite gory,
Mm.
because although it was God, it was like exhausting. I mean, you're going through something. Your body doesn't necessarily know that it's not real. So when you get yourself into that state, it feels it's hard at the end of the day. You go home and you're like, really, really been through something today. But doing the like gory stuff, the blood and all of that, I wasn't expecting to enjoy it as much as I did. So definitely those days were really fun.
And then a question that I also had for Shane was, since you brought it up, like it's tough subject matter and it's a lot of, heavy material. What did you do at the end of a long day of filming to unwind and relax?
I would literally go home and pretty much go straight to bed. I'm not going to lie. It would be like eat dinner, get to bed, chill out. I live with my partner and I'd come home, and some days my partner would be like, "What happened to you today? You're okay?" So I'd just be like, I just need to. I just need to go to my bed now. I've really been through something today. Dakota's had a hard time.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, since this is a horror film, did anything scary or spooky or unusual happen on set?
Not that I can think of. I wonder if anybody else has any stories that they thought of when you were interviewing them, but I can't, nothing comes to mind. Nothing comes to mind.
All right, I'll keep that in mind for I have a couple more interviews scheduled for the movie. I'll ask them
Yeah.
because It's funny, sometimes I'll like when I do the entire cast of a film, some people will say no, nothing, and then the other people will be like, oh yeah, like I heard noises
Yeah,
or I saw something, and it's like, oh, and then no one else did. So it makes it even more
that's
scary because they didn't even know what was going on.
I feel probably more likely, I don't know if you found it, but maybe more likely with like the crew who are maybe less in their own kind of heads trying to get in character and more aware of what's going on around them.
Mhm. Very true. Do you remember the very first horror film that you ever watched?
Um, do I? What would have been the very first horror film? Do you know what? I'm such a big baby. Like I am so easily scared. If I'm gonna watch a horror film, like it's probably not gonna be in the cinema because I'm too scared. I need to be at home and I need to be able to like pause it if I need. I remember quite vividly watching like the Saw movies and finding them so just gross, just so gross. As a teenager, being like, I can't believe what I'm watching.
Mhm. Oh, that is great. And then my favorite question to ask people is, do you have a favorite Halloween costume that you've ever dressed up as?
What has been my favorite one? Do you know what I loved? I did one year like a very, very creepy Cheshire cat.
Oh,
And I had
awesome.
painted like a massive like smile on my face and had this massive purple fur coat. That's probably my favorite. I loved that.
Oh, that is a really cool one. I love the Cheshire Cat. So that, yeah, it sounds
Yeah.
very creative. Well, it's been very fun speaking with you, Paige, and I cannot wait to see Kill Your Lover when it releases on June 7th. In the meantime, where would be a good place for people to follow you and keep up with your upcoming projects and upcoming releases?
So you can find me on Twitter and Instagram with my name, Paige Gilmour. And yeah, you'll see any updates will be on there. So come along, give me a follow. I try and update as often as possible.
Perfect. I will make sure to put a link to your social media in the description of this video so people can come and check you out. But Paige, thank you so much. It was very nice to meet you.
Thank you so much for having me. Lovely to meet you. And I hope you love the film.
Oh, thank you, and good luck with your move.
Thank you.
I hope everything goes smoothly. I know what a pain in the
Me
ass
too.
moving can be, so just best of luck.
Thank you very much. I need it.
Bye.